Well, hello YouTube. Here we are with a bit of a video. No, it is not another barbecue video. In front of us here we have our Weber Genesis barbecue. As you see, it is, well, in a little bit of a dirty state. I would like to give it a spring cleaning. Clean out the insides, clean out all the drippings and such that's laying in the bottom of the barbecue, as well as clean up the outside of the barbecue so she's good to go for another season. Now, of course, by doing maintenance like this, one, you can see if there's any problems in the barbecue, if there's anything rusting out that needs to be changed or replaced, or two, you can prevent things from happening by cleaning out all the drippings that are in the bottom of the barbecue. So what I like to do first of all is starting from the inside out, we'll take the grates, give them a good old scrape, turn them upside down and give them another scrape from the bottom side up. We can give the top a bit of a brush out or scrape out. There's not a lot of debris in the top side of this here barbecue, so it is pretty good, the way it is. Once the grates are done, take them out, set them aside. We can do the little heat diffusers. Give them a scrape, set them aside as well. Then pretty much give the tub itself a scrape out, removing all the debris and stuff in there. And once that's all done, basically inspect it, make sure she's still good to roll. And then of course give the outside a bit of a cleanup. So of course, after you've cleaned the top side of the grates with your barbecue brush, take them out and flip them right side up or down side up. Pretty much as you see, there's the drippings that are dripped down from the bottom of the barbecue. Now take your barbecue brush again. Now these are cast iron grates, unlike some of the lower end barbecues, so you can get a little bit creative. You're not really going to damage them by giving them a scrape. So basically I will run through and scrape all of these, then we'll come on back. Okay guys, so now those are scraped out. They are good to go to be set aside. Now of course, being they are cast iron, they will have a lifespan to them. They'll last longer than, the other ones, but at the same time, they are not a lifetime, grate. So of course, by cleaning them like this, you are getting rid of all that moisture, grease or barbecue sauce or buildup or whatever, which does or can hold moisture to the grill or the grate themselves and allow them to rust out. Get this removed, and then pretty much they're all, okay, they will eventually need to be replaced, but until then, a little bit of maintenance is good to go. So of course, we'll lift these out of the way. One thing I like about this here barbecue is they do come out in two pieces. I suppose that's so they're a little easier to handle and such. Well, next you're left with the heat diffuser plates. As you can tell, these three here are where the burners are. And these two are basically just kind of dummies that help spread the heat around. Now, I don't exactly know the year that they started putting these plates in, but the old school was the lava rocks that would disperse the heat. They went to these, I guess, cheaper or better. There's difference of opinion there. These will rust out, where the lava rocks themselves, when they broke down, you just replaced them. So pretty much just giving them a scrape. As you can tell by the coloring, the ones that have had all the heat, the stuff is basically cremated. Where the ones that don't get heat, the stuff is pretty much stuck on there. So once those are all semi-cleaned up, again, pull them out. So of course, once those are out of the place, you see the tub of the barbecue itself. Time to give it a little bit of a scrape out, you know, starting around the edge and working your way back and around. Most of the stuff in here is not really stuck on, it's just loose. Because this barbecue does get hot enough that most of the stuff in here does burn off. So down here there's these little plates. They're kind of like the last defense for anything. All your drippings and that fall down below into like a sump, if you want to call it. So we'll take that aside, give it a scrape, a clean up. So let's pull out the second one. Now of course over time these will rust out, just the nature of the barbecue. You know, these always do on pretty much all the used barbecues I see, regardless of make, model, age. So of course, giving the tub itself more of a scrape out. Pretty much it's not really wet down here in terms of like grease, because a lot of the grease burns off, and there is a tray in the bottom that does catch the liquid. This, like I said, is mainly the drippings from like marinades and barbecue sauces and, well, things like that. Okay guys, so once you've got it all cleaned out, including the grease trap in the bottom, you can pick up those little tin trays pretty much at dollar stores and such. Once you've got that changed, cleaned, you're good to roll. The well, basket or, you know, tray of it, I really didn't get like spick and span, you know, restaurant clean in it, because, well, it's just a barbecue. Time to, well, put it back together. Of course, inspecting your pieces as you're putting them back in for any, you know, rust holes or problems. You can tell how a barbecue was used and maintained by how well it looks a few years later. Now, of course, being we had 3 that were used and 3 of these heat diverters that weren't in bad shape, what I'm going to do is change them out. I'm going to put the ones that were used over top of where, well, it doesn't get a lot of heat, so it can disperse the heat a bit. One of them, of course, is going to have to be, well, the way it is, because it is an odd number. So we'll throw our grates back on. And our little top warming shelf. And basically it's good to go. So close up the lid, and now we'll concentrate on the outward appearance of the barbecue. So now that it's well wet or rinsed on down, pretty much spray it down with some kind of degreaser type of cleaner, whatever your choice may be. You know, of course, this will get off any tree sap or, you know, grease from like burgers, you know, burgers or steak or whatever. And sometimes you get a buildup on here of unknown things, especially if you don't keep your barbecue covered. Some of us bought a cover when we first bought the barbecue 4 years ago, and that cover wore out pretty quick, and then we just never got back to buying another cover for it. So once you're confident in your degreaser, basically start giving it a scrub down. Once she's scrubbed, we'll come back and give her a rinse. Now once the water dries, you may need to come back out here and, well, scrub it again. Well, there we go, guys. The water and such is all dried off now. The barbecue, of course, is, well, good to go for another season. Cleaned her on up, cleaned her on out, scrubbed her on down, and really, this is kind of what we got. Yeah, there is a few scratches and a few dents in her, you know, but also keep in mind, it is a 4-year-old barbecue as well. And I don't just barbecue throughout the summer months. I, well, get use in the winter months as well. So this was definitely a pricey purchase, but a good purchase. And it's been a definite asset to the family. But pretty much, guys, this has been a bit of a spring cleanup of a Weber Genesis barbecue. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.